Hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to Golf North Wales on YouTube. Today I am having a quick look at a question I constantly ask myself, and I'm sure it's some question that more amateurs should probably be asking of themselves. What is best as a fairway wood in your bag? Is it a 3-wood or is it a 5-wood? We're going to look at a few personal views. My personal view is a little more loft, can't really hurt, but we're going to hit both. We're going to have a look at the dispersion and the numbers on TrackMan, and we're just going to see, especially with my swing speed, which isn't particularly fast, I think it would be nice to compare for other amateurs as well, because we might all think we've got 200-mile-an-hour clubhead speeds, but the fact of it is, we haven't. Right, so if we jump straight in with the 3-wood to start, so we're hitting the Taylormade Sim Rocket. I'm going to try and maybe hit at least 2 bad ones, but once I've got maybe 2 or 3 bad ones, 2 or 3 good ones, we'll call it a day with each. Well, that's one of the good ones. Maybe I should be hitting a 3-wood more often. Maybe I definitely should. It's a little left, that one though. And 2, 1 good, 1 average. That's a really good one. It's something that I'm feeling, especially, I'm seeing a lot more 5-woods knockabout nowadays. When I first, it was only 2 years ago really where I got into golf. When I first did hit the golf scene, it wasn't something I saw very often, a 5-wood. Certainly didn't see many 7-woods, but it's something I think we're definitely seeing pop up a little more in stores at the moment. And definitely something that's popping into amateurs' bags a bit more often. Oh, I can't believe it. I think the point I was due to be proven for myself today after those hits is maybe out the window a little. That's disappointing. Ah, oh, Christ. Get me on the course today. We'll hit 2 more with the 3-wood, and we'll have a double check how many we've hit, and then we'll jump straight in with a 5. We've tried making this as fair as possible using both Taylormade Sim woods. That's a bad one. That's a left ball. It's still gone. I say the one thing I'm quite surprised is I'm getting this 14-degree 3-wood off the deck and getting it up in the air a little bit. Not much, but it's going up a little bit. That's another good one. That's a good one to finish. Right. So we'll hit a few with the 5-wood, and we'll just compare the numbers. We'll look at different scenarios where one is better than the other. Just looking at the head, I do prefer the head of the 5-wood a little more, just because it's a little smaller and it looks a little rounder at the back. Feels like I haven't got to hit under the ball so much or hit down on the ball so much. See, that's a completely different ball flight, but bullet straight. It'd be interesting to see the carry and the roll on those. Obviously that will be stopping rather quickly in comparison to the 3-wood. That's a flailing right one, but again, it's in play. It's quite a nice shot to have. I've used that one on the course quite often if there's a obstacle in the fairway where I'll hit a big high one out left and just bring it back right. When I say I've used it, I mean I've tried it. Failed as well. See, there's the left ball that's comparable to the 3-wood. It's still absolutely bombed out there, which is quite interesting. There's a big high right. I have a feeling once we look at these numbers, I'm going to obviously disprove anything that I was looking to prove today, but also that there might be a time to have both of these in the bag. See, that's a very good one. That's carrying a green at 200 plus yards and probably stopping dead. 2 more. And we'll go and have a quick look at those numbers. That's again hitting a little too down on it. As far as a wood goes, I'd be quite happy with it going there with a very downward strike. I think if we're looking at it from your angle on the camera, I'm probably more like this than I am like this. So it'd be nice, interesting to look at the numbers on these. One last one, let's make it a good one. Aiming for that green out there. It's another high ball, no rotation there. Getting a bit old, getting a bit tired. But again, middle of the fairway. Let's take a look at the numbers. Righty-ho. So if we look at the numbers, if we go down to the first few, I'll delete some of these shots that are a little no data. I don't know why. Good old TrackMan there. If we just change this view to this view. Right, so if we look at these, we've got 187. It's the 3-wood, 204, 201, 215, 203, 194, 192. These are all carry numbers, so 221. So I can carry the 3-wood a good way there. If we just look at dispersion, if we swap this over to a nice one of these, what we've got here is those at, where's the 220 ball? So if we look at the average for the 3-wood, we're carrying the 3-wood an average of 210. 210 average, 4-4 spin. Again, that to me means very, very little. 94 mile an hour club head speed on average, I believe. Yeah, 94. I said it's rounded up from 93.7. Dispersion with the 3-wood, with the 2 furthest on the fairway, we've got one left of fairway and one on the very right of fairway, both with the 3-wood. If we just look at the 5-wood now, with the 3-wood, we've got, as I said, we've got the average carry, but the average roll goes out to 230. It's good hitting today for me. It's not something I usually do, as we'll all well know. The longest with a 5-wood, we've got a 220-yard carry in there. But on average, we're looking at 205 carry and up to 220 roll. If all the dispersion that are in here, if we just pop this camera on there, we'll know that the dispersion in there, pretty much all of it is pretty much, if we just look at those, there is a couple of, that's the 3-wood there. We've got 5-wood, 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 all really, some of which are on the line. Certainly not bad going, especially for me. But yeah, if we look at, I say really, I would have expected this where the numbers would have been slightly similar, but in all honesty, the launch angle, the roll, everything like that, there's really no comparison to be made in these, I don't think. I think they're 2 totally different clubs for me. I would say which one should I carry, one or the other, but I feel as though, certainly for me, that both would have a place on the course, and maybe it's something you might see, both in the bag. Hello, Scott. Just to end with a swear. Gives a wave. Hey, I'll muffle that, that's fine. But maybe it's something, if you have a 3-wood or a 5-wood and you're deciding between the two. Obviously, you've seen from my numbers today that in reality, they're both just not comparable. I can't compare the numbers from one to the other because I'm hitting them in the delivery is totally different in both. But maybe it's something, if you've got this sort of facility available to you, or maybe if you can book a lesson where it's not a lesson, but it's more of a club fitting, and maybe find out which one suits you the best. And I say, if it's like me, where both deliveries are completely different, both can be used on the course, and if you've got a bit of room in that bag, maybe buy yourself something shiny, and Scott hitting balls onto the 18th. You get yourself something shiny and give it a whirl. We'll see you next time.